What in, Logic's back with another one. Today, Abba has responded to Stevie, and we started here. We're gonna finish it, man. Don't know what he's gonna say, but we ain't gonna take too much time to get to it. Before we get into it, man, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. Also, since I'm a small creator, you have the option to hype the video, which pushes it further in the algorithm. That'll help. And make sure you join the Discord if you want to chat with me beyond the videos and communicate with my community. That is also in the description box below. Now let's get to the video.
We're doing another Stevie Night video, and I know that half of you are like,
I could care less. I could care less about
Stevie Night. He has a titled
I could care less about Stevie Night. That was perfect.
Can I say that I saw this coming? Abba ain't no stranger to doing the extra, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna just summarize this first point, but I'll link the video below so you guys can go watch it. For those of you who didn't watch the debate, consider yourselves lucky. Here's a recap.
I feel like it felt like, I didn't feel like, I feel like, do you feel like, I feel like I could care less about why you feel the way you feel. I'm not a fucking machine. They need to be controlled. They need to be decapitated to feel heard. I feel like everybody's gonna feel differently. There is emotion tied to it, bro. I'm a human being. Some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is. So logically, it is what it is. Oh, that's cap.
That's cap? Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google it. Somebody Google it in the chat. I don't even need to look up the stat. Every motherfucker engaged in evil could burn.
During our debate, there was a discussion about school, food lunches, starvation, food insecurity. Stevie and Kirk were constantly making this point that like kids are not starving, so we don't need these free lunches in school. There's other ways for the kids to get food. Okay, that's pretty much the general gist of it. I tried to explain that like not everyone has good parents. Food stamps are not always accessible. 7-year-old can't apply for food stamps. Steve's like, listen, it's not a real problem. Kids are not emaciated, dying on the side of the street. And he harps on the fact that during the debate, Stevie himself was talking about starvation, like third world starvation, like kids, skinny bones, big belly, dying. You know,
dog, this isn't fucking people. It's not a famish going on. People are not dying because
no, they're not dying, but
famish.
I was talking about that. You were talking about a different problem that's less serious. And it's kind of disingenuous of you, Abba, to misrepresent me.
We can't be switching words out now, man. Food insecurity is entirely different than starving. That was the question posed in that debate with Kirk.
Now, here's where I'll be accountable. Shouldn't have used the word starvation when I was talking to him. Even though us in colloquial terms, like, yo, I'm starving today.
Yeah, that's what, like, it's just, I've been going back and forth with this too. Like, colloquially, nobody thinks of, in America especially, that when you say somebody's starving, they're on the street with their bones showing. And Stevie making it about that is just weird because, like you said, colloquially, we use that word like that. And I said, I'm like, I wish they got that clarification down so the real conversation could have been had, but here we are. Fucking like 6 videos later.
In a discussion, you should define terms. That's my fault.
You also give yourself a 3 out of 10.
For the debate performance?
Yes.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. What I don't like is this very bad faith interpretation on his behalf. When him and Kirk argue against school lunches, them talking about starvation, these programs were never implemented to stop famine.
The Great Depression, the federal government began to support school lunches in the 1930s to utilize surplus agricultural products, providing much-needed nutrition for children. The National School Lunch Act in 1946, Congress passed the National School Lunch Act, which formally established a program to provide consistent access to nutritious food across the nation. National security, a significant motivation was the recognition that poor nutrition in childhood impacted young men's ability to serve in the military, making it a national security issue. Wow.
We're not put in place.
Come down to the fucking military, huh? Not just the well-being of a human, huh? Fucking military.
So that kids were about to die on the side of the street and like, hey, here's a little sandwich at lunchtime. They were put in place to combat malnutrition because a lot of folks who didn't have access to food would show up, not eat, and their performance levels at school were bad. They couldn't pay attention. That's what the program's about. I personally think it's incredibly bad faith to come to a debate about a topic, about a policy, and argue against something that's never intended for. And throughout the debate with him too, I mentioned it. If you just Google it, like so many kids today here in America, you could look it up the statistics that have malnutrition, that have food scarcity, that have all these problems. It stunts their growth. It fucks them up in terms of their academic success. If we were talking about kids dying on the side of the street, why the would I be talking about the fact that they won't get a good grade? And who cares? If we were talking about something that was terminal, I think I'd probably be like, how do we save these kids from dying?
I understand what you're trying to say. What I don't understand is why the fuck are we debating school lunches?
Sure.
Like you're trying to make a whole point about, F them kids.
You know, you're shitty parents. I get it, dog. This life is fucking hard, dog. And some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, but
no school lunches. What?
Why do you go against that?
What?
That's the debate. Just one of I don't want to give that to kids, but prisoners get it.
It's absolutely one of the strangest things to be fighting. Look at Preacher's face. It is just one of the strangest things to argue against. Like, what type of person are you to be like, nah, yeah, kids don't need no free lunches. Life is hard. Figure it out. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Get it. A whole bunch of different adults get it. Also, aren't we a first world country? Like, just because we're not dealing with third world country problems, don't we solve them all the time? It's like saying, yo, we don't need to make our roads better because we don't have dirt roads like third world country. Yeah. Hey,
show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist.
That's just not true.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like, it has to be one or the other. You know, you could have rich and poor people, you could have educated people, and Stevie Knight. Both of those things can all...
Oh my God. You can have educated people, you can have Stevie Knight. Oh God, Albert took the gloves off. Oh, this is so crazy. Never meet your heroes, right? Because Stevie was a huge, probably was gonna at this point was a huge fan of Abba and Preach, man. And now he done made an enemy out of them. Oh God.
Coexist.
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what starving is, man. But you know, I see what he's doing.
Yeah, that shit looks bad. It's just it's downplaying the fact that some people have food scarcity. Like, yeah, they don't know what starving is. Y'all not out here on the street with nothing to eat, stomach bloated, stomach swollen, ribs showing. Like, like this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Playing semantics and moving the goalpost with this conversation, bro.
I love how you accuse me of playing semantics. He spent 13 minutes talking about starvation versus food insecurity and not getting enough meals.
That's comedy gold right there.
If you talk like that about kids not having access to food, is it any wonder why people think you guys are monsters?
Bro, here we go, bro. He taking me out of context again. See, I ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Every time someone's too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taken out of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate.
Oh no! Right. What is happening? This is gonna be a full-on roast. Oh my God, it's gonna be a roast. Oh no.
Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade, you'd be able to read, speak, and think past a 4th grade level.
Oh God.
Maybe. I think you needed them school lunches, Stevie. I was taken out of context.
No.
After a while, is it people taking you out of context or you don't know how to...
Oh, you don't know how to talk. If you always out of context, you don't know how to communicate. You cannot always be out of context. Well, some people do go out of their way to make people to take them out of context sometimes. And sometimes shit just you say some fucked up shit. You know, you might reflect on it, but this nigga, you take me out of... He doesn't know what that term means.
Okay, I'm just asking. The thing you're going to know, he's a big-time fence sitter. He just won't take a stance. The whole thing is like, I don't care. I ain't pro-life. I ain't pro-choice. I don't care if the kids get the food, but I'm a capitalist. I'm against government handouts. I don't want the government to come save the world. But I don't care if they pass a program. If they have it, it's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I could care.
Oh, shit. He did this sped up even more. He sped it up, too.
less. I'm not pro. I'm not anti. I respect this thing. I don't agree with it.
I'm not.
But
pro,
you
anti.
No, I don't to come save the world. But I don't care if they pass a program. If it happens, it's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I'm not pro. I'm not anti. I respect this thing. I don't agree with it. Like,
but you want the government to get involved and stop abortions.
I never said. I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
Did you say it's a bigger problem?
Yeah, I said it's a bigger problem, but I didn't give a solution to it. I know it's a problem. I never said what I'm gonna do about it. I could care less. Like, it is what it is, dog. This life is fucking hard, dog. And some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro.
You want this?
I never said want. I said these resources are available to them.
But that's what your solution is, right?
That's not my solution,
bro. What is your opinion? I don't have any solutions, bro. I'm not saying what my solution is. I'm saying this solution exists.
What is your?
I genuinely,
no
guys.
opinion.
Maybe I needed the school lunches in school. Maybe I just don't get what this guy's
The
talking.
whole debate was just viral.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you with that, but I don't disagree with Kirk either.
Huh? I'm both anti-gun and pro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I said that in well, me watch you and Random did. I said I'm like you can't, or maybe in my video I'm like you can't agree with Abba and agree with Kirk. They were opposing one another. That's literally impossible.
I wouldn't disagree with you with that, but I don't disagree with Kirk either.
Huh? I'm both anti-gun and pro-gun. You know what I'm saying? I could care less, bro. I could care less.
I don't know. I could care less. I could care less. I could care less. I could care less about.
Bro, like, I didn't think this was going to be a roast. I did not think it was going to be a roast. Jesus.
I couldn't care less, right? Stevie, you deserve that school lunches. I'm sorry it wasn't given to you. And here's the thing that's funny. Remember when he said he's not pro-choice or pro-life? But he refers to it as killing babies.
Abortion.
Yes, I said that too. I'm like, people that's pro-choice do not say killing babies. Killing babies is a pro-life term. So for you to be sitting here acting like you ain't pro-choice or pro-life, but then you using pro-life language, stop, bro.
And food insecurity. Why are we comparing killed babies to babies that are alive?
Said that. You're probably anti-abortion, am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I respect his stance. I'm not pro, I'm not anti. I respect his stance. I don't agree with it, of course. Killed babies. I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
Huh? You couldn't care less about what they do with abortion. But you also think that they're killing babies.
And you know what the thing is, you see Abba's referencing the original debate now. Abba was trying to be cordial in his follow-up video. And I really, if we're gonna be honest, I don't think his follow-up video was disrespectful. He was being charitable to Stevie the whole time. He pointed out where he might have messed up. He just wanted to further elaborate on his ideas of what he said, point out his flaws. And now Abba is going back to the points in the debate where Stevie really made an ass of himself because he wasn't trying to be disrespectful in his follow-up. And then Stevie decided to say that somebody felt away. Stevie is the one that felt away. He could have, after Abba's follow-up, he could have left that shit alone. If I was Stevie, I would have left it alone and just keep it pushing and keep doing your content and moved on. People be trying to hold on to shit to come out victorious in the end. And if you're not on the right side, it's just never going to go in your favor, bro.
You just understand how much of a fence sitter and sociopathic person you have to be to really have that worldview? I really think I think abortion is murder. But
I could care less.
Like the pro-life.
Imagine saying like killing babies, but I'm not. You can't say you're killing babies and then say you're pro-choice. You don't care if people. So basically you're saying, I don't care if people kill babies since you think it's killing babies. It's fucking stupid.
Choice people don't think the fetus is a child. That's why they're justified in their position. Yeah. And the pro-life people think it is. So that's, he's saying it is a baby, and I don't care if they die. But he did a more recent video, one that you haven't seen. Because he got a lot of backlash after he put out this video. His own fans.
You look lost in that debate, bro.
Turning on him like, yo, Stevie, you were bugging. You were being hyper-emotional.
Oh, no, the
comment was flaming him. Titled, Am I Sellout to Black People?
Bootlicker, coon, coke and sellout. As of this whole Kirk situation, bro, these labels have been flying at your boy. Black man with more of a conservative take on things, like thinking black people need to be a monolith. Like all black people need to look the same and feel the same and view things the same.
Sure, but that's not the case right now. That's not the reason why. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what's happening.
Black man with more of a conservative take, black culture is going to despise.
This idea that black folks are somehow incredibly liberal, and that's not true.
It's not true. Like it's not true. Black people majority of U.S. adults say gender is determined by sex assigned at birth, and black people, the highest percentage of them saying is determined by sex at birth can be different for some sex at birth. Yeah, black people, I mean, that's one metric. I don't know if you're going to add more.
Issues relating to transness, gay marriage. There's no group that's more against it than black folks in the USA.
Wow. Wow. I wonder how old this study is, though.
The highest religious group in
I would like to see this, how old or new this is.
USA is also black folks by percentage.
Shrinking share of Christians across many social and demographic groups. Black people shrinking it. It's still a high percentage, but black people the highest percentage of Christians in the U.S. From 2023 to 2024, so that's recent. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Black people have conservative values. They really do. I don't know why he acting like it's. I guess it's who you around. I guess I'm not shocked by this. But what I'm shocked about is it being more than other groups.
I think people believe that either because they're never around black folks or know nothing about them. They think that how people vote maps on one-to-one with what their values are. And that's just not true.
Yep. Regardless of what it is that I'm saying, for people to view me and judge me on what I'm saying based on my skin tone.
They call you a sellout because of the kind of shit you produce. You're not even presenting their arguments of why they think you're a sellout. I want you guys to go to his channel, Night Talk. Go to the search button. Not my feelings. Facts. Search the word black. See how many videos this guy makes shitting on black people and black culture. Now, I did take the time to click on a lot of these videos just to make sure, but let's look at some of these titles.
Damn, they is shredding this man. Jesus freaking Christ. I did not think this was finna be a roast. I did not think they was finna roast this nigga.
I hate black people, and he agrees with them for a lot of videos. Black people are sick of black people. Dear black people, you suck. Black men don't date black women. Black people don't want to hear this. Only weak black men date white women.
It's like, are you saying any uplifting things about black folks? Jeez, fuck. Dang, bro. It's just crazy. Like, you can't talk about Charleston White without it being about, and then he said, I'm assuming Abba's being good faith. He said he's agreeing with Charleston in most of the video. And it's just like, I just can't fathom making content shitting on black people like this. Oh man, it's mind blowing.
Shout out to, because he's dating a white woman. He's got a complex. He's a little bit, insecure about that. He does get comments though, so I get it. Black Lives Matter 2.0. I hate black women. Black people have to stop being victims. She told white people to stay out of the Black Panther. Okay, so it's still critiquing a black person on behalf of white people. This makes black women look so bad. And you gotta appreciate the hypocrisy. They'll be like,
oh man, I wonder if he came across his Sinners review. Jesus.
Oh my God, these people think about race way too much, and they make that much amount of content about black people. Now flip it. Put in the word white. You will not find a single video, even though there's mass shootings, even though just recently there was a guy who ran up on that church and blasted a bunch of people.
And I see he just made a video about this black guy that killed a white woman, and I'm gonna post these two things. He just made a video about the black guy that killed the white woman. I didn't watch it because I'm just sick of this shit because I already knew what was coming. And he's probably gonna ignore this video, this incident that I saw Young Don just talked about, where he knows that none of these guys, like the Hodge twins, Myron, I don't know if he said Stevie Knight's name, the Cartier family, like none of these niggas is gonna address this incident of a white man randomly attacking this family. He tried to assault this young girl and ended up stabbing the hell out of her mother to where she's disfigured and with a bunch of lacerations on her and stuff, and like learning how to walk again and shit. That just happened recently. I bet none of them gonna talk about that. Young Don said they're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna tag that video too, so if y'all interested, because he's calling them out. He's calling all these people out that want to keep talking about black on black violence and black people attacking white people, but they not gonna address that situation. Why? Because it doesn't matter. They don't care. They just want black people to look bad. So after recording this, I had to make sure that this was gonna be a fair assessment. Just to add insult to injury, the incident that Young Don was reacting to actually happened on September 17th. Meanwhile, the incident that Stevie Knight is distraught over and made a video about happened back in May. But we all know why he cares about that and not about the incident Young Don is referring to. Let's continue.
MAGA guy, he hasn't covered it. Will he ever talk about any of these topics that plague certain communities? No. Now, you might say, Abba, asymmetry is not necessarily a bad thing. And I agree. Sometimes you might have an asymmetry in the kind of things you make because you have more proximity to something. Yeah. Fair. Do you do so in a nuanced way? Other communities have this, that. No, you don't contextualize it. You just be like, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. And then let's go to your audience. Why are they there? Why do you have so many people being like, fuck yeah, Stevie, you're based? Stevie tried one time. Stevie made a video about Nick Fuentes talking crazy about black folks.
So I guess Nick Fuentes, he's on another racist tangent, so. But with that, I'm in agreement with a lot of things that he said outside of the generalization of black folk, because your boy got some ghetto fatigue.
That video was one of his most disliked videos. And he hasn't talked about the criticism he got in that video. He hasn't talked about the backlash. He didn't make a follow-up on that one. His audience was shitting on him en masse. Why? Because they're like, yo, Nick Fuentes is based. He's right about what he's saying. You don't have to believe me. Go look at Night Talk channel and see the kind of content he produces. And then you come tell me why people might think you a sellout. Maybe they don't want you to manufacture a narrative that only the black community seems to have problems, because that's all you ever talk about. That's something that's always interesting to me, is like black conservatives will often get very defensive when they get called out and stuff. But it's like, sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about what you don't say. It's a lack of fairness. Imagine being in a family, you and your siblings all cause problems, and your parent only comes after you to scold you. At some point you'd be like, shit.
Yeah. Like y'all be getting in trouble together, but only one of y'all is the one getting screamed at. Like, you could talk about shit that black people do, but white people do crazy shit too. Like, what are we doing? For example, one thing I think of, like Charlemagne, when he do Donkey of the Day, it's not about, I mean, yeah, it's fun when they did the Guess What Race It Is. I don't know the last time he's done it. It seems like he ain't done it as much. But when it's crazy stories, he don't just make it about black folks. He attacks everybody if they did something crazy. Now, I know it's a radio station and it's a little bit of, it's different, but y'all don't talk about stories because they're crazy. Like, that's why I appreciate people like Young Don, like myself, Watts, Random, Jew, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of content. Abba and Preach, they talk about situations because the situation in and of itself is worth talking about. They're talking about a black man stabbing a white woman simply because the assailant was black and the victim was white. Just in Chicago, we just had an incident of a woman coming to her child's school, coming to her boyfriend's ex-girl's school. The door, they was dropping a child off at the school, and she shot her in front of the school. That's tragic. That's terrible. Why don't y'all talk about that? Why? Because it's just two black people, whatever. But y'all always want to highlight a black assailant on a white victim simply for that reason alone. Just that's all that matters. And if it's in reverse, y'all probably ain't gonna say shit about it. Because why? It's no story, right? It shouldn't be no story when it's a black person committing a crime against a white person either, especially if it's a random act of violence.
I know I'm fucking up, but like, bro and sis fucking up too. He might lie now. He might say, oh, disproportionate. Like, yo, there's some crimes that even when you go proportionate, white people commit more. If you want to look at political violence, which you seem to care so much about since you made 20 videos on your daddy Kirk, that's almost exclusively white men. But if I'm wrong, Stevie, prove it. Why don't you spend the next year covering the other stuff? Let's see how well your channel going to do. Let's see them dislikes. Let's see how your audience that you think are there for you and not because you're a bootlicker. Let's see how long they last.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Holy, oh my God, this is nuts. I did not expect this. Oh, man.
And if I'm wrong, you know what, Stevie? I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll give you 50 grand. If you spend a year doing that kind of content, because there's evil, right? It's about evil.
It should be a good versus evil thing.
Ooh. I'll put 50 grand in escrow and I'll watch. And you show me the analytics. You show me the audience you cultivated. I don't want to talk about feelings. I want to see facts.
The thing that happened is that you probably just found the reason why he's and sitting because he doesn't want to necessarily upset the black, and he also doesn't necessarily want to upset the whites. So he's like, man, me no say.
I ain't got no stance on that, right? Because he don't want to upset either side of his audience. He's I ain't touching that. Oh man. And I think Stevie, I don't know if Stevie gonna reply. I don't know if he should. I don't know if he would. But Abba is surgical, so it's like, I don't know if he should respond because he doesn't have the intellect to combat this whatsoever, bro.
I don't know. What you think? That's what it is. And now he's getting the flag, and he's saying that it's really black people shitting on him. But I've seen in the comments, it's not just black people.
Absolutely,
it's people that even agree with Kirk. Mm-hmm. It's even people that agree with Kirk and was like, "Yo, I agree with Kirk, but you're crazy on that debate." Because no matter on what side you are, not caring about kids is evil. And you should receive whatever you're supposed to receive because you're evil. Right? Yeah. Anyways, your words.
That's your words.
Every motherfucker engaged in evil can burn. It is war because ain't no talking to them. Ain't nothing you say to them. They need to be controlled. They need to be exiled, decapitated, whatever your cup of tea is, bro. There's no talking, bro.
It's like you are the extremist. You don't see yourself that way because everyone thinks they're the good and moral one. And Stevie thinks this is personal. I hate you. I don't give a fuck about you. But we as content creators have influence. And I'm just so sick of content creators and all this like, yo, get your money, bro. Get your bag. Yeah, you know what? I probably make a couple extra meals just grifting too. I think it's okay to have higher standards of people who make this kind of money. But maybe I'm just virtue signaling. I'm moral high ground. I don't even know how it's moral high ground. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas grew up on. I grew up on like superhero shows and like basically shit like Great Responsibility. Is that moral high ground? Was Uncle Ben?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Is Uncle Ben moral high ground? Well, I have a moral high ground. Why? Because I think a kid who don't have a meal should have a lunch? Oh, you just appeal to emotion. Y'all realize that if Jesus existed today and met some of these people in the comment section, he'd be like, let the children first be fed. They need not go away. You give them something to eat. Appeal to emotions. You're just trying to manipulate us into paying for welfare. No, I don't think.
Appeal to emotion.
That children first should be fed. Why are you, as one of my followers, disagreeing with that? Stop taking me out of context. You're manufacturing a narrative, and I could care less. I could care less. And also, the audience, you guys should demand more. This whole like, yo, get your buddy, bro, get your bag. When he's advocating for shit that harms so many people.
That's against you, and that's harms people.
Yeah, get your bag. Oh, I hate the fact that now as a society, all we worship is money.
Yes.
I know. There you go. That's my little rant.
That's a good rant.
It's a good rant.
It's a good rant.
Oh, that's cap.
That's cap? Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google. Somebody Google it in the chat.
Google. Facts?
No, I don't have to do that. I just know. Oh, okay. You think you know everything. When people just know and they don't have to Google, they don't have to check the facts, guess what? There's no talking to them. They don't have.
And he let it be known that he didn't know prior. He said, I don't have to Google it. That means he's never looked into it at all. He didn't take the time to actually look into what he was saying. He just said it.
I have to check the facts. Oh, I know. How? I just know. How am I going to debate that? How am I going to go against? How am I going to talk to you with common sense? Like, oh, yeah, look at this fact. Look at this fact. I'm not looking. And I'm presenting you the facts.
But people are going to believe what they want to believe. People are going to hear what they want to hear. Once people have it made up in their mind of how you are, how whomever is, there's nothing you can tell them or show them to make them feel otherwise. One of the most difficult things to do is to change somebody's mind on anything, right? Even if you give them facts. Give them facts to change their mind, bro. But
I'm still in disbelief Stevie said this. I cannot believe he made a video and said this. Like, that was just so crazy to me. I think it gave me a headache.
Facting because I feel strongly about whatever this is, right? Which also is an indication of stupidity, right? Low intelligence, where you are given information that contradicts your information, which should make you feel differently, man. But when you're so emotionally attached to this, regardless of what anybody says, it don't matter.
Isn't Stevie describing himself?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't even need to look up the stats.
I don't know where we go from here. I don't know if Stevie is gonna respond. I don't know if Stevie should respond. But what I do know is that was rough. Oh man, I cannot believe this. That was I didn't know they was gonna roast him, but whew. Like I said, just like with Lord Jamar and Professor Dave, I'm following it with this situation. I'm following it. Y'all love it. I'm invested. This is both. It's crazy that these are the two worlds that I do spend a lot of time in on YouTube. I like the commentary segment of YouTube, especially the black commentary. I watch a lot of that, and I love watching like flat Earth debates and science denial and stuff like that. You know, I do like the politics as well too. But at the end of the day, the two things that I two of the biggest things that I was prior invested in before even doing content is coming full circle as being something that we all enjoy together, which is a big reason why I started this channel. Not necessarily for the drama, but just the commentary and the battle of ideas coming, you know, right in your face. Just seeing how two people can articulate their ideas and see who comes out on top of it. I love to see it, but in my humble opinion is Stevie, you need to just take this L. He ain't gonna take that $50,000 bet. I don't see him winning it because he can't do the other side, and that's the problem too, especially when he kept, like when he did his review of Abba and Preacher's video, he was like, you know, this bias. It's like, bro, everybody got a bias, first of all, and they never claim to not be. So you're just as biased as them, and you're trying to put on a facade of either being unbiased or just factually correct where however you feel. You think you're right, or you think you're unbiased, which is ridiculous because you know that you're right-leaning, which is fine, but don't pretend like, oh man, how they saying this, they biased. Like, imagine me just pulling up a Ben Shapiro video and being like, he's biased. Duh, like, Abba and Preach, people are in the comments like, unsubscribe from Abba and Preach once I realized, and it was like, bro, Abba and Preach have not changed whatsoever. Y'all think because they made fun of Fresh and Fit that they were like on your side, or if they call out women that are being ridiculous, y'all like it because y'all think they're shitting on women. No, they're shitting on that woman for that behavior. They don't hate women. So it's just people, they saw what they wanted to see, and that was the problem. Stevie, I appreciate his music reviews, but politics just jaded his view on everything. It ain't gonna make him stop liking Eminem, of course, even though I think Eminem is one of the greatest too, and he does too, cool, but he ain't gonna let that get in the way. But like his Sinners review and shit like that, like, bro, you want to dabble into all this stuff, but you're letting your politics just shade you, just give you like dark tinted glasses, not rose, to just see everything as like this ulterior motive and evil and trying to make white people look bad and shit. Like I said, it's different that he finds Eminem to be great, and I think that's a different feeling for a lot of people than like me thinking Eminem is great, because everything else that comes with that just looks suspect. Even being in an interracial relationship, I don't care who people marry, but when you just add all this to the pot, it just gives you a very bland taste. But that's it, man. If you made it to this point of the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.